Hey everyone. Hi Virgo. All right. Happy November. Welcome to Scorpio season. Now, let me tune in a second. In the future, you'll be doubling something. Okay? It'll take work to get there. I heard you'll be able to do it. The foundation of where it is that you're at, particularly in the physical world, is solid. It's solid. If you're concerned about that at all, it's solid. There are murky spots, but you don't have to step, I heard, or get stuck in those if you don't want to. And I sense what's awesome is that you've been figuring that out, sorting that part out. This is so organized. To me, this can very well be a Virgo card. It feels like that. The Three of Pentacles is a card that you have to be in for an extended period of time. You can't just be in this for a second and then jump out. Because if you go from the 3 to the 4 too fast, then that's why you're hanging on to it and you can't get out of it. And even if you do scoot your way out of it, you get to the 5 and then you're like, oh, fuck. You know, it's okay, Zumi. But the cool thing is you get all that and now you're at the 6 in your subconscious. Giving time and energy and appropriate reactions in yourself in the physical world by your example, your participation, you know. Because I sense there's something about things bouncing back in an appropriate way, you know. Bouncing back and then multiplying. But it doesn't seem chaotic even though there's a lot going on, right? I also sense that you can rearrange something if you want to. There will be rearrangement needed or is happening that'll help, I heard, expedite, and that's where the doubling comes in too. I see most of you get your rah for life from your mom. Even if it doesn't seem like that, that's where most of you get it from. So that's just something to be aware of. Like your females down the line have been strong. I heard for some of you, this is very interesting. I heard it's either you or Gemini who's in charge. And maybe that's because you both are connected to Mercury. Interesting. Who's in charge with that, right? Because they're two. They're the angels. And then there's a hermit. So there's actually three energies, if you will, attached to specifically, which makes sense in the spiritual world, most things are in threes. If not all things, I suppose, but I haven't considered all things, so don't quote me on that. Three things, right? Attached to Mercury. Fascinating. Which goes to show that technically, if we just split it equally, in a sense, Gemini would be holding 2/3 of Mercury's power, and you would have the other third, right? Interesting. I heard 1 and 3 is 4. Oh, look at that. There's your card right underneath. 1 and 3 is 4. And then I heard the word mother. What did 3 is 4? Wow. I kind of want you bring you outside to see the crows, but oh, they're probably being mean to that fucking hawk. Hold on a second. It's this old story, man. The crow abandoned its baby, and then the hawk took care of it, and then they got pissed because the baby Can you see? Hi, crow. Hawk actually lives over there. Hi. Huh. Interesting. There's another one. There's a lot. They are mean to that hawk, though. I yelled at him the other day. Well, I think it's because they live in this tree. That one. And the hawk lives over there. I don't know, I felt like showing you all that. Do you like the wind chime I made? Let's get back to your reading. I just want to make sure they were being nice, you know? Not like I'm the nature warden, but I've been talking about this recently with the last couple readings, but you know, the difference between right and wrong. Right? Right and wrong. It cannot, right and wrong is innate. It is natural. It's objective. When we think that right and wrong is subjective, that's being too much in our feelings, you know, and it's actually not fair. It's not the way that natural law, Mother Nature, the celestial energies work, right? I don't want you too worried about the future, okay? When you get to the future, you'll get to the future. My friend Jan Van Dam used to tell me this all the time. It's not a problem until it's a problem. It's not a problem until it's a problem. It's a good mentality to think about. Everything's fine until it's not fine. And then we'll figure out what needs to happen so that we can get where our heart wants us to really go. Right? That's not only satisfying to the adult self, but the mind, body, and soul, right? You have a choice, you know, all the time. What you're doing, how you're doing it, how you exert your self-will. I see you being less distracted with things, like really being able to keep your focus, which is good. Excuse me. You do have to know what your limitations are, like naturally speaking, right? For you, because everyone's different. You know, like most females need more sleep than men, than males. Certain people with certain moon aspects need more sleep, or sun aspects need more sleep than other folks, right? It's good about knowing what that is for you. And I heard figuring out wherever it is that an external thing affects that process, okay? Like, does the cycle of something change the cycle of something changes when you realize what's affecting it externally, which I saw something like bouncing out afterwards, like making a space or something. Just a second. Situations are different when you put yourself in a different energy to understand it, right? Step back, take a different perspective of the situation. You start to connect things that you didn't necessarily connect before. It doesn't mean that those have an ultimate, answer or concrete evidence to whatever the situation may be, but you at least are connecting the dots and putting things together, right? I see it's important not to be distracted. I heard to not worry about your mother. Okay. Your heart's calling you to be brave. Okay. It's a good jump, Sumi. It's calling you to be brave. And it wants you to know that there's enough power in there for you, like, whatever it is that's in there can come out. You can let it out. And letting it out is what balances it out, okay? Letting it out is what also helps with your stress, so that whatever it is that you're working on doesn't become distracted. With things that you're worrying about that are out of your hands. You know what I mean? Zumi, are you whining? You never do that. Maybe she misses her boyfriend. I do see you working a lot here. I see if you want to enhance your position. No, Zumi, that's enough, baby. It's fine. Relax. Maybe that's it too. You know what I mean? Maybe how you enhance them is by relaxing about them, right? All things come to you. Yes, you have to put forth effort, but all things come to you more smoothly, or with a position of abundance, a definition of abundance, when we're understanding where and how our emotions move through our body, heart, and mind, right? Yes, and starting to be more in charge of that. I heard you halfway there. It's fine, baby. Stop. She really likes that dog. It's like the neighbor's dog that just moseys around. Look at that. That's powerful. Hierophant and the King of Cups. Very gentle male energy. Serious, but gentle. Venus is in retrograde, remember. That can affect the heart a lot, you know. Maybe also Jupiter, there's a lot in Scorpio, you know, but Jupiter's also moving signs too, so this end of Jupiter in Scorpio is and I think I told everyone maybe a month or two ago, but like just this big push of like, okay, make sure you dug up everything you're going to dig up and take a good look at it, because that will kind of, I heard, seal your fate to whatever the next cycle is till it's there again, right? That'll be the momentum, depending on what you put in for work. And I see for those of you who took the appropriate action and stayed patient, right? Made your decisions less with your head and started to make them more in your heart and your emotions, even though your Mercury is what will bring you great reward. Okay? Great reward. Definitely. Something where you're like, I'm so fucking proud of myself. You know? And it's not because, yes, there's other people involved, but it's about you knowing your own worth, right? You looking at your own cycles and not lying to yourself about, because you're Virgo too, like, you know, sometimes it's easy when you know a lot to forget that when you know a lot, you forget that you don't have to be in your head. You know? That you can be creative, you can use that Piscean sort of illusionary, magical, dreamy world to shift your imagination, because really our imagination, what we think about, usually becomes something, right? I mean, of course, it's in combination with the celestial heavenly stars above us, heavenly bodies above us, but we have free will in every moment. Like, we can be fearful or shameful or feel really stuck, or we can recognize that we always have multiple ways to get somewhere, and that we make truly, in essence, that's what free will is you can choose. You have the ability to choose. You can hold on or you can let go. Cool. All right, I don't know how long the other video was, but I guess we'll end with, I sense for you the Venus in retrograde is can be extremely helpful for clearing out gunk in your heart due to karmic situations that happen to you really fast in your life. You're just restructuring that, and that's really good. It's awesome. You know, so awesome. All right, love you. Anyone who's still here, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel in whatever way that you do. Your wonderful minds, or your caring words, or your financial support, or just supporting one another. It's awesome, and thank you. You know, appreciate it. All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace.